Hello, everyone. This is Independent Consultant Executive National Vice President Diane Partee. I'm looking forward to introducing everyone to Barbara Beatty this evening. So thank you, everyone, for coming to our Healthy Living Night. We're excited to have you here. We're going to learn so much. She's been working very hard on this, and so I'm excited to see all the things that Barbara has created for us. So I'd like to introduce Barbara Beatty. She has a PhD in nutritional counseling. She's formerly a nutritional counseling, head of nutritional counseling practice, where she's worked both with doctors and chiropractors who took a holistic approach to the health. And I think tonight we are in for a treat to learn a ton. So Barbara, with that, please take it away.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. And if you had a little problem with the passcode, that was my fault. So forgive me. And this will be recorded so we can get it out to you later. But I just want to let you guys know that there is a reason that I'm very passionate about this subject, because many years ago, I was very, very sick in my early 30s. I had 2 collapsed lungs. I was in the hospital and I was a sugarholic. I ate horrible. And it was actually laying in the hospital that I realized, wait a second, I'm doing something wrong. I know that God created our bodies to heal themselves, and I needed to do something drastic. I poured myself in nutrition, and the rest is history. And what you're going to learn tonight can keep you hopefully out of the hospital, because all of our bodies were truly created to heal themselves no matter what you're dealing with. If today we're going to talk about weight loss, but we're also going to talk about generally feeling healthy and getting energy. But before we do that, I want to ask you some questions. And the first is, in 1950, only 10% of the population was obese and overweight. Today, 66% of adults and 29% of children are obese or overweight. Now, it's interesting, 66% in the United States, but worldwide only 37%. And worldwide only 14% of children are obese or overweight. So what is going on in the United States? Now, if you're listening to us from another country, you're still going to glean this information. So what has changed since 1950? Were people eating more protein then? No, actually, we're eating more protein now. Were they exercising more? We didn't even really have this expansion of gyms, exercise gyms, until the 1980s. Were they taking more vitamins? No, actually, a lot of people weren't taking vitamins at all during 1950. So what is the difference? Well, I'm going to tell you what it was. Ultra processed foods. 73% of the United States food supply is ultra processed. Ultra processed foods contain food-like substances that no longer retain their original form. In fact, most contain derivatives of soy, corn, and wheat. And you're going to hear soy, corn, and wheat over and over again today for a reason. In 1950, it was eating close to nature, close to the natural form. Today, fast food, restaurant food, takeout food, so much prepackaged food is made in a laboratory. Autoimmune diseases. We know that autoimmune diseases are on the rise, and there's a correlation to processed food. A study in Autoimmunity Review suggests that eating processed foods may weaken the intestines in a way that raises the risk of autoimmune disease. And these are just convenience foods that people are eating every day. In fact, I think one of the reasons that we have a problem in this area is because moms aren't home cooking, and they're going to run for what is convenient. Okay, food cravings. There was an old advertising, and you might have remembered it, but years ago on Frito-Lay chips. They actually wasn't Frito-Lay, it was Lay's chips. They were potato chips. And the question was, I bet you can't eat just one because they were so addictive. Well, let's talk about that. Processed foods are stripped of nutrients and they contain addictive chemicals that drive us to consume more and more because our bodies are looking for the missing nutrients. You might think you're hungry for food, but you're really hungry for nutrition. So if you're a person that maybe has had some issues losing weight and you think, I've done it all and I don't know why, I just can't lose it. This is good news for you because it's really, in many ways, not your fault. Let's talk a little bit about belly fat. Now, an ultra-processed high-starch sugar diet signals the body to secrete insulin. This drives the fuel in the food you eat into the fat cells of your belly, which slows your metabolism and sets you up for cardiovascular disease and diabetes. If you look down to your toes and you can't see your toes and your belly is sticking out, this is something you need to really listen to because people that have midsection weight are definitely, there's an issue where they could be susceptible to cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and even cancer. Chronic stress and the stress hormone cortisol is another cause of belly fat. So many people today are stressed out chronically. And I think it's really interesting if you were to watch the teenagers in a high school in the 1950s and 60s, you didn't see the excess midsection. Today, you see it a lot because the world is stressed. Now, this gal right here, she just graduated from our 30 Days to Healthy Eating program. She ate 30 days clean eating, and look what happened. There's a big story behind her, but I just wanted to show how quickly our bodies can transform when we're giving it the proper fuel. Now, clean eating will do more than just help you to lose weight. It will help to reverse sugar cravings, irritability, poor sleep, brain fog, anxiety, low energy, and again, that weight gain around the midsection. And then you might say, how can it do all of that? Because inflammation is the root cause of nearly all diseases. And anything that causes inflammation causes insulin resistance. And if you're dealing with insulin resistance, it's very difficult to lose excess weight. Clean eating reverses inflammation by removing the cause. And the cause is inflammatory foods. Again, what are those foods? Gluten, dairy, corn, soy, and there's more. But when you remove those foods for 30 days, something wonderful happens. The gal you see on the right was also a graduate from our 30-day program. And these pictures were taken 25 days apart, even though there was just about a 6-pound difference, because you can see the amount of inflammation that goes down when you remove those inflammatory foods and start feeding your body real food. So what does clean eating look like? Is it keto? Is it paleo? Is it vegan? Is it high protein? Is it low carb? Is it intermittent fasting? All of those things are great, but clean eating, honestly, is very, very simple. It's simply eating close to nature. And the more that we can eat foods that are not in a package or in a fast food, the less you're going to have to worry about even thinking about calories, because your body is going to get the nutrients that it's craving. So let's talk about this. We want to eat food that's close to nature, not made in a laboratory. But how much food out there is made in a laboratory and you have no idea? Well, genetically modified organisms are an example of that. They are seeds that have had their DNA altered. And over 90% of the US corn, soy, and soy is GMO. And that's because they can actually have larger crops doing this. And so there's an altering of the seed, but look at this, 60 to 70% of processed foods contain GMOs. And unless you see non-GMO verified, especially on any prepackaged food, it is GMO. Now, GMOs are actually making people fat. In a 90-day trial, researchers from Norway discovered that rats got fatter on GMO corn than a non-GMO. But it doesn't just stop there. They also noticed that rats got fatter when they ate fish that had been raised on GM corn. So if you are eating a protein, an animal protein that's been feeding on GMO feed, you're going to get the same effects as if you had eaten it yourself. So let's talk about protein. We all know the importance of protein. Protein is so important. Everyone should be eating 4 to 6 ounces of clean protein with every meal. But are you getting that? Think about it right now. How much protein did you eat for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner? But it can't just be regular old protein. If you're not eating grass-fed beef, you're eating animals that have been GMO fed. And so you want grass-fed beef, free-range poultry, cage-free eggs, wild-caught fish, and high-quality plant protein. Now, to know what 4 to 6 ounces of protein is for every meal, you just want to look at the palm of your hand, and that's how much protein would be in there in the palm of your hand. So that'll give you a good thought when you're eating. How much protein am I getting? And if you're not, guess what? You'll find yourself hungry all the time. The next one is gluten. Okay, gluten is in everything. It's in spaghetti and bagels and bread and crackers and pretzels and chips, and it just goes on and on. So we know that gluten will elevate blood sugar. And every time your blood sugar is elevated, obviously your pancreas secretes insulin, and the insulin immediately tells you to hold on to fat. So that in itself is one reason we want to say no to gluten if we want to eat clean. And then eating healthy fats is super important. Most people are getting the wrong kind of fat. We want to eat extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, and avocados, olives and seeds and nuts and fish oil. There's just so much healthy oil and healthy fat that we need, and it will actually, again, it will help us to feel fuller longer. But we want to avoid those inflammatory corn, soy, canola, cottonseed. Again, they're all GMOs. Check salad dressings and mayonnaise. Almost all of them have some form of corn, soy, or canola, or one of those in it. And again, with fast food restaurants. Now, everybody's saying, stay away from carbs, but there's good carbs and there's bad carbs. Of course, we don't want the bad carbs, but the good carbs, the non-starchy vegetables, they are so important for your health because they're filled with fiber, and fiber is what feeds friendly bacteria. And we need a variety of plant food if we want to have a healthy gut. Again, we need to consume diverse fiber, all different types. We know that the most diverse, the single predictor to a healthy gut microbiome is the variety of plant food in a diet. And so many people eat the same thing every day, and they wonder why they're not feeling well. Fiber feeds friendly bacteria and promotes a healthy microbiome, like I said, and fiber helps you feel fuller longer. But guess what? 95% of the population is deficient in fiber. 95%, guys. That's probably you if you're not really paying attention to how much you're getting in the areas of fruits and veggies. So you want to eat low glycemic fruits like green apples and berries, and non-starchy vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. Of course, the clean protein and healthy fat, those are all low glycemic. Now I want to talk something about, it's called methylation. We've been hearing a little bit about that lately, but if you really don't understand what this is, what I'm about to say won't mean much to you. Methylation is a biochemical process that takes place approximately 1 billion times per second in your body. It is absolutely essential for every cell of your body, and it's responsible for detoxification, for your hormone metabolism, for neurotransmitter production, for liver health, and so much more. Methylation works optimally when you have methylated B vitamins in your diet, dark green leafy vegetables, you limit your caffeine and alcohol, and make sure you take your probiotics. So methylated vitamins are their more natural form as opposed to synthetic vitamins. The difference would be the difference between folate, which is a natural B vitamin, as opposed to folic acid, which is synthetic. And folate actually comes from the word foliage, back to nature. So where do I find a plan that supports the essentials of clean eating? Well, these are the essentials of clean eating: non-GMO, certified low glycemic, certified gluten-free, certified vegan and dairy-free, clean protein, methylated vitamins, and gut health support. I'm so glad you asked that question. 30 Days to Healthy Living. I'm telling you guys, this program is phenomenal. And it starts with our protein. We have a complete amino acid profile in our protein. Again, it helps you feel fuller longer. The gentleman on the right again went through the 30-day program, and you can see the difference in the gut. We have so many different recipes for our protein powder, and it doesn't have to be just shakes. That protein powder can make cookies, it can make protein balls, smoothie bowls, it can make pancakes and waffles and muffins, and each serving is 24 grams of vegan protein, and that's about the equivalent to 4 ounces of salmon. So there you go. There's your 4 ounces of protein. And you know what I love so much about this particular protein powder is it's not always easy to find those clean sources of animal protein like free-range poultry and grass-fed beef, but you can have a bag of protein and always have a meal with protein. And you can see too that we have 3 grams of fiber, which is about 11% of the daily value for fiber, 7 grams of sugar, 7 grams of fat from avocado oil, methylated B vitamins, and it comes from a variety of plant sources: pea, hemp, pumpkin, quinoa, and rice. It is certified low glycemic, as all of our Buns products are, and absolutely no artificial sweeteners. Now, let's talk about energy. There's a reason why at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you go by Starbucks and the place is packed. People have that low afternoon dip, and they go for a Starbucks drink, which, guys, is so full of chemicals you really do not need. And I just think it's hysterical today. I was getting ready for this presentation. I have my bookkeeper here, and she went out to get lunch. She came back with a drink that she said was a juice. And she says, "Do you want some?" And I said, let me look at it. And the back of it, first of all, was 120 calories for, let me look at it right now, 120 calories for 16 ounces. There was no juice in it whatsoever. It was high fructose corn syrup, and it was 33 grams of sugar and 33 grams of carbohydrate. And when she drank that, about an hour later, she looked like she's ready to go to sleep right on the desk. So there's so many so-called energy drinks or juices out there. are horrible for you. Our energy fizz sticks are amazing. We have the caffeine that comes from green tea, the methylated B vitamins, the ginseng root, or actually my favorite is the caffeine free. And because there's higher methylated B vitamins, in fact, so high, some of those you can see are over 2,000%. And talk about give you a natural, sustained energy. So important for heart health, so you can get the energy without the caffeine. Now, if you like the caffeine, you can get that too, but we have both. Only 2 grams of sugar, 15 calories, and again, no artificial sweeteners. Now, this next one is just vitally important. We hear about gut health all over the place, but I think, have the best gut health product on the market. It's the digestion and microbiome support. It has both prebiotics, probiotics, and 13 digestive enzymes. Now it has 3 billion CFU of a patented probiotic called Bacillus coagulans, and multiple studies show that B. coagulans benefits both constipation and diarrhea. So no matter which end of the spectrum you all are on, it's going to help you become regular. It also, B. coagulans may help boost the immune system and stave off viruses. That is a big deal. In a small study, it was shown to do this in postgraduate medicine in 2009. And microorganisms in your gut produce neurotransmitters in your brain, so your gut affects your mood. And this is why we love this product. Plus, it has that 13 full spectrum digestive enzymes, which we know decrease with age. So the older you are, the more you need this product. We also have something to support liver and kidneys. It's CleanTox tea that you can drink before you go to bed at night. And that's actually when your body is repairing and healing. And did you know that obesity is more closely related to liver dysfunction than any other abnormality? So that is a reason why we want to support our liver and kidneys. Be Well Greens. This product I have every day, 36 fruits and vegetables with 375 omega-3s. They're anti-inflammatory. Everybody needs their omega-3s. And plus, again, plant diversity in the gut is the key to healthy gut microbiome. So now you've got 36 different fruits and vegetables, and those greens contribute to the methylation. This is an easy way to get the extra greens. Of course, you want to add them to your shakes and your meal at night, but you also can do this to give you the little bump that you need. We also have CleanTox Body Cleanse that will also assist with the liver. And we know, again, the liver is so important to detoxification. And Inner Calm de-stress powder to overcome chronic stress. Remember, we talked about chronic stress and what that can do with belly fat. Well, ashwagandha in this product helps you to cope with stress and depression. Saffron helps you achieve a balanced mindset, and L-theanine to help temporarily promote a sense of calm and relaxation. So it's not just an ashwagandha product. It's these 3 together that really make it. It's delicious. You can drink it at night before bed. You will sleep like a baby, but you can also have it during the day if you're stressed out. This is what a typical day on 30 days looks like. It's a very nutrient-dense day. You start in the morning. You can start with what we call it a tizzy, where you add your tea with your fizz, your greens. You have your breakfast shake. You're going to always add half an avocado to every shake, but you're going to add fruits and vegetables to it. But you can see, we even show you at night how to make a dinner plate so that half of your plate is those non-starchy vegetables. And people, this is something that you will not feel like you're deprived. Here are some results from our last 30-day group. These are phenomenal results. The average weight loss is over 20 pounds in 30 days, but this is permanent weight loss, guys. We're teaching people how to have sustained habits for the rest of their life. Well, right now in February, it's really exciting because we have zero registration fee or to become a preferred client. Absolutely zero. You'll get 20% off on your purchases, free shipping, and you even get to pick a free gift. And you can choose on our 30 Days to Healthy Living. These are United States numbers, but if you want the entire program, it gives you everything you need for the 30 days. Plus, you'll get menus and recipes and shopping guides and coaching and private Facebook community and so much support. And you can see the price is 40% discount. But if you're thinking, I'm just not sure if I can afford that, we also have a smaller version of that. It's called Healthy Habits, but your best deal, as you can see, is our full 30 Days to Healthy Living. I always like to put this in there. If you think that the pursuit of good health is expensive and time consuming, try illness. You are important, and what you do to your body today is going to pay big dividends tomorrow and the years to come. And you never quite get it until you find yourself in a position where, wow, I wished I would have taken care of myself. So if you are listening to this and you're thinking, this is amazing, but I'm not really sure if I can afford this program, then we want to invite you next week. Next Monday, same time, same place, Diane and I want to talk to you about an opportunity with Arbonne. It's something that we've been doing for 20 years, and it's been the biggest blessing in our lives. The difference between active versus passive income, the benefits of a 1099 business, which are huge, our e-commerce growth, our work-life balance, and our gig economy. So I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I hope you learned something. And again, this will be recorded for those of you that missed it. So anyway, thanks again. Bye, everyone.